Hi everyone, Steve here. Well, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about something that I'm doing to the Ranger and something that I'm changing around. I think I touched base about it when I was on one of my travel videos, and on our road trip, I think it was in Gundagai, I said something about I was making a cuppa and said I was going to change the inverter in the Ranger. Well, I've made the start. I'm home and not doing too much else on a Sunday, so I've pulled the solar panel off the back of the Ranger, and also you can see by all this down here, all my electrical system is now out of the Ranger, and I've got it laid out on a board here because I'm changing things around. Got my batteries disconnected, my two 320 amp hour LiTime mini batteries, smart mini batteries, gives me 640 amp hours. They are going great, and they're the reason that I'm changing this system around. And it's not for a bad reason, it's because they're so bloody good. They were outstanding when we were away. Hardly ever had to worry about charging them because they just self-charged off the kick-ass solar panel down there, 180 watt solar panel right there, or most of the time they just charged off my 50 amp DC to DC charger there. So didn't have any trouble with power. They were just fantastic. Like used my 2000 watt Renogy inverter, and hardly ever got them down. I think the most I got them down to was like 520 amp hours out of 640, and when I'm driving they just charge back up again. The DC to DC just puts the power through all this, my Egon DC hub and everything else, but I've pulled it all apart and I'm changing things up. Behind me is what I'm doing. So there is my Renogy inverter charger there. It's a big beast of a thing. It actually sat right down the front of the car. It looks pretty bare in here at the moment because I've pulled everything out. I've just got my all powers out running my fridge for the moment to keep it cold, but pulled everything out of back. So down there, my inverter basically went from that corner there nearly halfway across, and it nearly took up the whole width of down the front of the car there. And then along this side here, I'll put some other footage up. You can see where all my other electrical stuff was. So all this here was all running down along there. Then I had my inverter charger, and then I had all this running along the back there, and I had my little mesh cage that I made up to stop it all getting damaged. And then on the other side over here, I had all my plug-in stuff, like my 50 amp kick-ass power distribution board. I had my Victron solar controller over there, and I also had my Starlink Mini that I set up. That was absolutely fantastic too when we were away. It never got switched off. I had my Starlink up on the roof of the Ranger, had my little power supply there, and it ran off the LiTime batteries all the time. Really economical, really done the job. But why am I changing this? Well, basically, you can see on the side here, here's all your model numbers and everything. Output 200 volt, 240 volt at 2000 watts. The thing I want you to have a look at as well is 22.5 kilo net. Gross weight is 24.5 kilos. So nearly 25 kilos in this beast of a box here. And then you've got to have all this other stuff to power it, because there's no plug-ins for power or anything in this unit. This is an older unit. I had to have all this wired up by an auto electrician. A local Kingaroy guy did it for me, and done a fantastic job. I just bought all the parts and he wired it up for me. These were my positive and negative going to my batteries, and this was the 240 here. So I got an RDC switch here. That's your, I probably can't get it open, but it's got RDC switches in there, so they're circuit breakers in case there's a problem. There is a massive earth wire that was mounted to the chassis, and then I've got my 15 amp plug-in to run power back into this unit to then run out and charge the batteries. So that's how I charge the batteries. Didn't really do it that often, to be honest with you. I have only, since I had either the 230 amp hour battery or the 320 amp hour batteries used, I've charged them up once with 240 when I put them in the car, run them down, and I charged them back up again just to make sure the system was working. And when I had the 230 amp hour, which is now in Harry, I charged it up a couple of times with the inverter out of this as well. I'll show you what I'm going to now. I'll grab it, I'll put it up here, and we'll have a look and see what we're gonna run now instead of the Renogy inverter charger. Okay, what am I running now? I am going to be running a kick-ass 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. So I'll bring the camera over, show you the box first, and then I'll show you the unit. The unit isn't in it, I've taken it out, that's why that's so light. But here it is here, the kick-ass pure sine wave inverter. Peak output 6000 watts. It's got multi-level protection, it's got a cooling system in it, automatic AC transfer switch, and you can get an optional remote control. So we have a local distributor here in town in Kingaroy, Evolution Solar, and I actually picked this up off them. But before I tell you any more, it's got on the back here all your stuff you want to know, and the one thing that I want you to know about this unit, it weighs 7.8 kilos, so 8 kilos compared to 25 kilos, and I can tell you what, it's a lot smaller too. Another thing I like about this is that it has RDC switch built into it. You can wire it up with 240 like this, so if I wanted to get an electrician to wire this back up to this, I could get a power point wired up to this as well. But it has got a 240 AC output in it, and it also has USB sockets and circuit breakers and everything built into it. Two simple connections to wire up your battery onto it as well. So I'll grab the unit itself and we'll show you what it looks like. I was telling you where I got it from actually, wasn't I? I got it from the local kick-ass dealer, Evolution Solar, and the reason I got it and doing it now is they're having, well, Kick-Ass is having the end of financial year sale on, and this unit here is normally $1,099 or something like that, and I got it for $599. The local guys here gave it to me for the sale price, end of financial year sale price. And speaking of that, so I don't forget, or I will, LiTime, they contacted me a couple of days ago and said, Steve, if you're doing any sort of videos, can you just mention our product again? Because as you know, I have done a lot of collaboration with LiTime, and they've got an end of financial year sale on as well. So you could pick these batteries up, and I'm pretty sure you can, they've got a discount on them at the moment, but you can also save an extra 9% off if you put in SAW9 on checkout, and that applies to anything on their website. So any of their batteries, no matter what it is, SAW9, you'll save 9%, and some of their stuff is really heavily discounted. And also they told me they've got some clearance lines on there that they're getting rid of, and they've got heavily discounted prices on them, I think up to 33% or maybe more. And they have given me a 15% discount, which only applies to certain things. I'll leave some links in the description so that you can click on those and go to their website, and you can put in that applicable discount code on checkout. So whatever that link sends you to with the clearance lines, put in SAW15, you'll save 15%. So if you got 33% off, you'll get an extra 15%. So you're going to save a bucket load of money, and you'll also get 9% off whatever other price they've got. So if they've got 15% off that already, you'll get another 9% off that as well. So make sure you take advantage of the end of financial year sale from LiTime as well, and also from Kickass. Not sponsored by Kickass, but I will mention they do have a sale on at the moment. So get on to Kickass. They are a local company here in Australia as well, and you might be able to pick you up yourself a good deal there. So let's give you a look at this unit here. So like I said, 7.8 kilos, and I'll set it up on top of the Renogy, and I'll bring the camera back over and I'll show you another reason why I'm changing. Have a look at this. This thing here is not even as high as this one. It's not as wide or as deep. It's about 12 kilos lighter, if not more, and it's got an extra 1,000 watts in it, and it has all the built-in RCDs, so that if you have a problem, they clip out. You can put 240 into it, USBs, 240 out. So I will be doing some videos on this, showing you how I'm going to hook this up, where I'm going to hook it up, how I'm changing it around, and why I'm doing it. So stay tuned. If you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. Victron Solar, Egon DC Hub, Renogy. Don't forget about the LiTime sale and the financial year sale. Links in the description to those. And that's about it for this video. So short and sweet. Just thought I'd keep you updated with what I'm up to. The reason I'm doing it is because while we were away, we were using our new air fryer, and it is basically nearly 2,000 watts, and it made it very difficult to use it as well as doing other things, because I've put in the induction cooker or cooktop in the caravan as well. I was running power from Harry to the caravan, charging the batteries up in the caravan from the batteries, the LiTime batteries in the car. There's a lot of reasons. I'll go into it in more depth on the next video. So if you want to know why I'm doing this, how I'm doing it, I'll show you what I'm setting up, how I'm wiring all this up, and hit the like and subscribe, hit the notifications, all that sort of thing. It really does make a difference, and there's some great products here, and I'm sure there's some people out there who would like some information on how this all works, how I'm setting it up. So stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everyone. Let's get into it. Where do all these wires go? Don't worry, guys. I know what I'm doing. Well, I think I do. Cheers. See yous.